Okay, so here we are starting our Windows Movie Maker. First thing we're going to do is add our photos. So we're going to click on that. My pictures are under the folder Pictures under my camera card, and I actually put them all in a folder so that it would be easy access. I'm going to click that, open that up, select them all, and get them into my Windows Movie Maker. So you guys can go ahead and do that. Make sure they're all there. As you hit play, you'll begin to see that it starts to move throughout. However, we haven't added any special effects or anything, so it's just going to be a very boring slideshow. What we're going to do is move this black bar back to the very beginning. We're going to insert our title slide, so you can go ahead and put that there. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to put My Life there, prayerfully spelling it correctly, making sure that's all good. Our background color we can change to whatever we want. We'll do gray, and our text color can be green, which will work out well. We'll bold that sucker up, make sure it gets the recognition it needs to. Might actually change the background color to a little bit lighter shade of gray so that it stands out more. And there's My Life. Yes, that's what I need. So we'll stretch that sucker over. Get it the size you want. You can fix the font, the sizing up there and everything like that. Make sure it's good. And then that'll be your title slide. This just mentions that that's what's going to be on the title slide. So if you play that, the title slide will play first. Then it'll start going into the pictures, okay? Okay, so as you're going through that, I'm just going to draw your attention right up here. It says Auto Movie Themes. If you just hover over it, it'll actually, sort of give you a visual of what that would be like in your theme. Some of them it changes to black and white. Some of them it just organizes in different ways. So you may want to just sort of preview those before you actually select them to make sure that it is what you want, rather than taking it for what it is and then being disappointed that that's not exactly what you had in mind. The next thing I want to show you after you go through all that is the animations. So we're going to click on the Animations tab, and we're going to look through the transitions and see which ones that we want to apply to our project. So as we're doing that, it'll sort of show you how stuff is going to transition. If we play, it'll show you what it looks like with pixelation. I don't know why it's not moving beyond that. Let's try that. There we go. Actually to the transition slides. So it'll show you how it happens in the beginning, making sure that you understand what's going on. So you can pick those. Obviously there's a lot there to choose from. You can apply them to all of the slides, that way you don't have to go back through, or you can choose a different transition for each slide. Now once you choose it, you'll be able to choose the duration also. So you can choose from the drop-down list, or you can insert your own number, how long that would take, okay? And after you're done going through the transitions, figuring out what you want, let's just pick one. We'll do this one for that. We'll move over here. Yes, we can do that one. It'll show you, as you can see on the screen, I can't move the mouse, but that box there, it says transition wheel. This one will say transition diagonal box out. It shows you which transition you're actually getting, so you know which one you've chosen for that. Now, I believe in the corner it'll show you some boxes whenever we get further along in the project, but right now we're just going to pause, and we're going to save what we have. So I need you to go up to the left-hand corner, click that button. You're going to save project as. I'm going to save this as my expert movie. And we're just going to click Save. It's very important to do it up here because you're saving the project. So when you come back to work on it later, the project is still here and it is able to be edited. As opposed to if you just save the movie, I'll show you the difference. Over here on the home screen, you'll see Save Movie. If you click that button, that actually saves the entire movie. It's recommended for this project. That's the one I normally use, just because it sort of knows. But that just saves the movie. So if you save the movie, you can't go back and work on it. If you save the project, that's where you can go back and work on it. So make sure that you save the project. Always save the project. The movie, don't necessarily need to save until you know you're sure you're done with it. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep resaving the movie and making sure that it stays updated and advanced with your project. Okay? So we're going to close out of that, and we'll be back to learn some more.